Queen City of Cincinnati, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
Second down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
Well, a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Stephon Gilmore gets better and better every year, continues to excel in pass coverage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. A host of Bills there that time to make the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for someone to throw to. And the grab by Croft. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And the offense in that middle ground here on third down. 5 yards to go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit him.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back now as I search for my cue card here. There we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Connects with Sanu right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it, we can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Let's go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. So a first down and 5 for the offense. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll look to throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Holding, offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Watch the slant. Watch
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So the Bengals forced to settle for a field goal try here as Mike Nugent is onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Bengals are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Bills didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Bengals take it early in the second. He'll take the run up the middle, and he'd cap off the 11-play drive with a TD. That takes the lead up to 7. Now they've got it at the 44-yard line. Smith's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. Bengals have it midway through the second. Pass will be completed out of the gun, and that connection will lead to a gain of 19 yards. Bengals would stall out, though, and settle for a field goal. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Cincinnati for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take possession. A chance for us now to look at this Bills defense again. And last time out they gave up 3, but with this deficit, how important here is it to not give up any points?
And they're at a point now where they can't allow any thoughts of any points to enter their mind. They gave up 3 last time. That felt okay. They can't settle for okay now. They have to stop them here. 0 points given up.
Yeah, they need to stop, get the ball back to the offense.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Green's got it over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 and the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that's it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Holding offense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
He's got time. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
And Nugent puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Let's go. Blue landed.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, surveying the field. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jerry Hughes from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Bernard. And a pretty little... And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Mumphrey now on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. And they'll see if they can get one final stop with this crowd behind them.
And let's face it, as much as we want to say it's all about the guys on the field, they can get some help right here from the home crowd. And they're going to try their best to get them motivated, get them involved. But they're going to need to make a play or two in order to keep them in that spot.
The crowd's making some noise now.
Here we go. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. Finding time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Open man is Holmes. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 30 yards there. He's back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? Now Carpenter to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got time. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
How many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And here come the Bills. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And now it's second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Red zone opportunity. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. 3-19.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for two and try and win it right now?
Now for the... And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now for the all-critical extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner on you, my good
Tried
man.
to go for 3.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.